The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180.
47. You're not ready. Check.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They will go for it. Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Gun.
After the sack on 1st down, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Newton to throw, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
That's a what? 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your...
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. 56.
Hey, Orbit.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Throwing now is Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 26-yard line.
Jim.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
He is brought down at the 4-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Alert flare.
He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
56. Check 56. Who that?
On second down, Kamara. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And it's third down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Check 47. 8.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch your slant. Hey, watch it. Bravo.
Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, my 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He sets to fire deep. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Say. Mike 5'9",
They do go for it. Here's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 78 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
He's coming.
Great.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Shaquille's ripping there defensively.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
56. My alert. Yeah, right there. 56.
Pass.
I got you. Switch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shit. 24.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Round 80.
56. I got one. 56.
Go.
You
Pass.
You go track.
5 wide.
You got track up there. Chance. Go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
56.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Now we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Hey, Haywood.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A good pickup there at 22. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hey, let's go.
Switch.
Hey, tight. Chopper.
Mike's 59. You got me.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen, throw left side complete. It's Bird. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Round 80.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
All day, baby. All 52.
Now Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From a yard out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Kevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the 1st. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, he picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, 59. Hey, dude. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Coleman takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Push him back. Tell me to run. I got you.
Hey, Delta.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Mike 7. Mike 7.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mike 7. Mike 7. Hey, tight.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Five.
From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check. Hot.
Alert. Pass. 61, matchbox lights.
Here we go with Kamara. And an alley to run. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking, it's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 66 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They will run again with Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 33-yard
Check,
line.
check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Five wide. Hey, Charlie.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From just shy of midfield, Allen throwing the out route and complete. That's Bird. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. On first down, Allen.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be caught inside the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
At the 49ers' 4-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 4 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
180. Minus 47. I got it. Watch out.
On the counter, here's Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Curtis Samuel his second touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Don't let him breathe. Hey, hold. Don't let him breathe, defense. Hey, exit. Out. Mike 18, Mike. All day, dog. Kill.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.